What's up everyone and welcome to day 42 of the COVID Cup. Brian kept saying he wanted to name this day after one of the most influential baseball players of all time. You know him, you love him, it's Red Sox great Mo Vaughn, of course. Just kidding. Obviously he was talking about Jackie Robinson, and so sure, we'll follow baseball's lead and dedicate day 42 to Jackie Robinson. Maybe this is something I should do a little bit more often and dedicate days to famous athletes who wore that number. At this point, I'll take anything that might help me along my endless quest to try to fill time during all these highlights. We are finally nearing present day though, as Brady brought Brian's lead down to 1 with a win in all sports bocce yesterday. Back inside, Brian, you're the brains behind this operation. What are we looking at today?
Ooh, it's a combination between the precision of the toss and the mathematics of the build. So it's a two-parter.
Two-parter, we'll see how it goes. Okay, this might look a little bit weird at first, but try to follow the idea of the editor here. Brady and Brian are both sitting at roughly the same place, obviously at different times, and on the top half of the screen you can see both of their entire setups, Brian on the left, Brady on the right, and the bottom of the screen is kind of a cup cam, so you can see every shot and how close it gets. Speaking of which, Brian has been very close so far. That one just barely missed, so does that one, 2 in a row. But anyway, I hope I've helped you figure out what you're looking at. If you really think about it, it's just like the NFL Red Zone multi-box concept, and I am a visual genius. Anyway, back to the action. We'll take a look at Brian here, and he gets it in, so he is first on the board. He'll now set up 2 different pots to bounce it off of. As he prepares for his next shot, the pressure goes over to Brady, who's now playing from behind, but no longer. He gets one in there. So he'll move on to round 2 as well. There will be 3 rounds, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, and whoever completes 3 the fastest will be today's winner. You can see Brian really taking his time over there. He has a perfectly calculated stack of games, books, and I think some coasters. Looks like he's finally about ready to go, although he's forgetting one thing. He needs to put the cup over there in position. That's the most important part there, Brian. Meanwhile, looks like Brady's just about ready to go. I'm not sure he's taking as much of a scientific approach as Brian is. I think he's just going by trial and error, but we'll see which strategy works out the best. I can tell you that Brian is throwing a little bit further than Brady is, going more distance and less angles. Meanwhile, Brady with some sharper angles over there, and he has to change one up. There's a lot of precision and patience that goes into this, but also a lot of luck, so we'll see who has the best combination. For now, it's pretty even, though neither are all that close, as Brady's gonna move the cup, and he spills it. Oh boy. The show must go on, though. It's all water under the bridge, or water soaking the carpet. Doesn't seem like it slowed Brady down that much, though. He's gonna pick another one up, go for it on 2 bounces, and it goes in. No matter the circumstances, any throw can be a winner, as Brady just proved right there. He's on to 3 bounces here, as Brian's still on 2. We'll see if he can catch up soon. Seems like he's still struggling to find that correct carom over there, though. Having trouble even finding the second pot, although as I say that, he hits the edge of the cup. He'll reload and get a new set of balls, as Brady's just about ready to go for his 3rd round. Brian's still looking for the end of the 2nd. This is a real chance for Brady to pull ahead. If he could find the right bounce over there and just get close, he could really figure things out. Meanwhile, Brian helping him out with some paper towels. Very nice of him. Competitor Brian, on the other hand, looking a little bit frustrated on that left side. Unable to get any consistency going. That's really the tricky part here. You want to be able to get something consistent so you know where to put the cup, but there he goes. He's got it in. He really needed that one. Could not wait any longer. He's finally onto the 3rd round, and you can see Brady messing with the 1st pot. That should not be one of his problems right now. Ideally, at this point, he'd be perfecting the 3rd pot, but instead he's going to the very beginning, and that could really throw everything off. For his sake, he hope he got a little bit lucky and found the right angle, but right now it's looking to be the opposite. He'll pause on the throwing to make another adjustment. Oh, trouble for Brady over there. He really doesn't know what the problem is. He's just trying to move anything at this point. On the other side, Brian really taking his sweet time with the setup, just now placing the cup, and so he's ready to start throwing. Looks like part of the table has crept into his camera shot. Sorry about that. On the other side, Brady just finishing yet another adjustment. Can't quite get it right. He did get a solid bounce there on the 2nd, so he'll move the 3rd into the right position. Brian will also mess with his 3rd pot, but he will not move the cup. An interesting strategy there. He's confident where the cup is, as he gets one off all 3, but it doesn't get the right bounce at the end. Looks like Brady's starting to make a little bit of progress on the right side, getting it off of the first 2 consistently, but it's all about that 3rd. Can you find the 3rd pot, and how quickly can you do it? Brian's gonna make another change, backing up the cup even further. We'll see if that makes all the difference for him. Here he is, gets it off all 3, and it's in. Brian takes the win today. He gets a 22-20 lead.
Well, Brian gets the win. We have ping pong balls all over the place here. Brian, again, your lead back up to 2.
Yep, happy with that. That was a fun one, an interesting one. Happy to win.
Yep, we'll see you guys again tomorrow for day number 43.